Well, welcome to the Road Detour, and we're talking summer vacation today.
Fun. What's up, guys? How about, have you gone on vacation this summer?
I'm fixing to go in about 3 weeks. We're going to go to Estes Park. I've never been to Colorado.
I've never been to Estes. Where is Estes
I've flown into Denver and flown out, but Estes Park is about an hour, a little bit northwest, I think, of Denver, outside of Denver on the other side.
I've flown into Denver. I haven't. I think the only time I've really been in Colorado is the airport.
I want to trout fish a little bit. Got a Whitewater River rafting trip planned. So just Steph and I, too. That's one of the things I love, man, about vacation at this stage of life is being able to get out with just Steph. And
How often do you guys just the two? I know you go with your family.
So this year there are two planned things just that are Steph and I.
What are they?
Nashville. Nashville and Colorado.
And you've already done that one?
No. We'll do it on our anniversary week. I usually try to take Steph somewhere she likes to go on our anniversary week.
When is your anniversary?
It's in October.
Are you wanting gifts? Gift cards?
Yeah. We usually try to go to Nashville once a year. I've had a lot of people ask me about places to go. If you didn't know it, Matthew lived in Nashville. He can give you some places to go to. And
I lived there 9 years.
Yeah.
Long time.
And we have some friends there we like to see.
But, Nashville is so different now. Every time Alice and I go through, and again, we don't fly home much because it's so expensive to take 7 people on an airplane. But when we drive through 40 or do that, the whatever it is, the detours around the city, it's amazing how much change has happened.
It's grown so much.
In that
and
town.
The people in Nashville told us that the TV show Nashville literally exploded that town.
I heard that, but we were there when that show was kind of happening. I never saw any of the actors or actresses. I don't even know who was in it, but they were just starting like the bigger skyscraper. I remember when everyone was like, Taylor Swift bought a condo in that building. And then it sold out like that. It was crazy. But we miss Nashville. I think it's interesting. I guess having lived in Nashville, it's hard to think about vacating in Nashville because it is so different. But we do miss Nashville.
So I enjoy vacationing there. I don't know that I want to live there. I don't like being super crowded, and it is really crowded.
Do you stay in a hotel or do you rent
We do a little condo Airbnb where we can walk to downtown, and then we have some places we like to drive to.
We really liked the Green Hills area. Have you ever been there? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was in Nashville, I lived on White Bridge Road.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so we kind of hung out in Hillsboro, that whole area.
Our favorite Thai restaurant is right off White Ridge Road as it's going into Belmead.
Yeah.
We
used to ride Percy Priest Park.
Yep. So we lived literally in a condo right across from Percy Priest Park or whatever, and there was a 4-mile walk in there, and my family, that was when my mom and dad would come. We would walk this they blocked off. There was a road that they blocked off, so you couldn't just drive your car through it. But we would walk Percy Warner, Percy Priest, all that area. We loved it. We loved it. When I'm thinking as you guys are going there, just trying to think through the vacations that we take.
By the way, if you are familiar with Estes Park, Colorado, and you go, Pastor Rick, you got to see this, you got to do this, hey, drop something in the comments or DM me because we've never been there.
Don't be sliding in his DMs. That's kind of awkward. So
we're looking to make the most of it.
Yeah, email him. I would actually like to go to Colorado. As a matter of fact, I was looking today online. There's some people in our church that hunt in Colorado, and so I was thinking about going on an antelope hunt. But that would be my first time to actually spend time.
It's a whole different ball game hunting out there than
I know. That my biggest
400, 500,
well,
600
that's
shots.
I'm nervous. I would be nervous about that. I think is that where I've hunted in the past, you're shooting 100 to 200, anything 100. That's dead, right? You just have to kind of point it in the right direction. When you get to 400 out, you really have to consider if you're, where you're putting your target.
Antelope's a small animal.
Yeah,
they're not a very big animal. So where's your favorite place to go? Do you have a family plan this year?
So we don't really. we've kind of been in a season where vacating is kind of expensive. And so we have, I think you know this, the week after Christmas, we have been like, hey, this is a way that we can have a little bit better vacation and not cost us quite as much, because Christmas like vacations are not as expensive as summer vacations.
Right.
And so, but I personally like the beach. So I like going places that are warm. My ideal vacation though is eating good and laying around and doing a whole lot of nothing. So
checking out.
So it's a little different having kids, because the concept of doing a whole lot of nothing is not really reality, right? I mean, you go and
kids want to be busy.
And so that's the thing that's been tough for us, is that vacating is sometimes harder than actually staying at home.
Yeah, you come back exhausted.
And so at home, if we do a staycation, the kids got all their toys, they can do all their stuff, and it's actually easier going somewhere where we're taking and having to figure out what to do. Right. But we have started, vacating some more as the kids are getting older, and we like it again. I like the beach just because I like warm, but I'm not really, I don't get in the ocean. If I can't see my toes, then I don't like getting in water like that.
We were in Galveston the same time you were last year.
We went fishing together. That was fun.
It was really fun. It's a good trip.
I think that's for me. I do like some adventure stuff. I'm more adventurous than Allison, and so I don't mind doing something a little bit. Fishing in the ocean is not extreme, but I don't mind. I'm doing things like that. I've actually wanted to take a mule ride or horse ride down to the Grand Canyon.
To the bottom?
Yeah, I thought that, but I think I got vetoed out on that. So
yeah, one of our options in Estes Park is a horse ride in the Rocky Mountain National Park.
Are you going to do it?
We hadn't reserved it. We talked about it. You're on limited. This is, vacation presents its own set of problems, right? You exhaust yourself trying to get refreshed. These are warning signs for vacation. Yeah. And you look at say 5 days. You got a day on each end to travel if you're doing a week vacation, and there's only a limited amount of time to get so much stuff in, and then you become stressed trying to maximize.
Get it all done, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And rather than really almost letting your vacation be somewhat of a Sabbath where you're poured back into. And
there's studies that say that you can't actually vacate unless you go on 2 weeks.
I've heard that, especially for a high pressure job, that you need the first week to unwind, the second week to actually be refreshed.
Yeah. So it's like, I think, so when we used to go on vacations as when I was a kid, we would go for 2 week beach vacations. And so
wow.
It was more like camping. So don't get me wrong. It wasn't like glamour, and it wasn't even glamping. It was like not that nice, but we would go for 2 weeks, and I think it would take Dad 3 or 4 days to get to the point where he's able to unwind, and then he would be, good for a week. And then the last 3 or 4 days of vacation, he would kind of start gearing back up just to be real of whatever.
To get back in the groove.
Yeah. To get back in what he's got to do. And so but again, going on a 2 week vacation is not everybody's able to do that. And so, but to what you were saying, I feel like because most people can't take 2 week vacations and they're trying to jam everything in, we come back exhausted. And so it really, not only, and I have found this to be true when I vacate like that, is not only do I not do what I like, I'm not pursuant of the Lord, to kind of spiritualize it for a second, that week, but I'm also not pursuant of the Lord the next week because I'm still trying to catch up.
So do you take God with you on your vacation?
Yes.
Sure.
I try to, because I try not to do a whole lot. I like to read. I like to lay around and do nothing. So we do.
The BRP, because I'm a creature of habit, it's part of my vacation. That's not too hard of work for me. I know some people it is, but to be able to get up and spend my time in Scripture and journal some, it's not a hard deal for me. I think that if I step back and look at the vacation mindset, that the free pass. What matters when I'm at home doesn't matter when I'm on vacation. Whatever that would mean, like some people go, okay, I work really hard to eat healthy, and man, I go on vacation and they come back, I gained 10 pounds on vacation.
That was completely me this last time I had lost weight with the Army, and I gained every drop of it back for 1 week at the beach.
Right. right? Some people maybe their thing's alcohol, but and for them, vacation means I can drink all I want, and it becomes detrimental, right? They check out their disciplines, they check out their pursuits, and it becomes detrimental to them. Money, good grief. How much money can you spend on a vacation? If you're getting ready to go on vacation, tell us below how much money you spent.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to a good buddy today, actually, and he was telling me they were thinking about going on a Colorado trip. They're now going on a cruise. And actually, just from a money perspective and ease perspective, I mean, he was kind of reframing the how good a cruise can actually be. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they're taking a large family. And
one of the best vacations we ever did. I took my whole family on a cruise.
You know, so that was pre-Allison for me. So my grandparents when my grandpa retired, he took everybody in the family on this cruise together, and we really did have a blast. We went on a cruise for our honeymoon, and I was sick the whole time. So and Allison is. I don't think she's anti-cruises, but she's more anti taking the kids on a cruise because our kids are good kids, but like if you're not watching it, like are they going to fall off the boat?
Yeah.
Are they going to, or how about this? Because I don't think they would fall off. Is one of our kids going to throw another kid off the boat? That would be more or less what would take place for us.
So we looked at our family, our kids, they were almost all adults, and said, what we require of you on this cruise is dinner together. Nobody misses dinner.
I love that.
Well, but what happened was when y'all going to breakfast and everybody and it turned in to me as a father, a huge,
wow.
I love seeing my kids choose family and when they didn't have to. And then we entered basketball and volleyball as a family. Mm-hmm. So, you know, down the road, that's something you've got ahead of you that you can look forward to is that time when your kids move into that friend zone as well as the kid zone.
Yeah. You know, I think for us, one of the things that we've been kind of trying to do as well for our vacation after Christmas deal is if we can kind of start this tradition now that as the kids get older, then when it comes time to Christmas, we can say, hey, we got the house or we did and come stay with us. And so not saying that people don't turn down free beach trips, but I mean, if it's a free vacation for a week, if you can do that, I think maybe that'll help us out a little bit.
Well, and here's the thing, social media, this is one place it works against us is it looks like everybody's taking these incredible vacations. And when reality, the most refreshing thing to do in reality may be to do a staycation and go, look, there's three big things we want to do in our state. You know, what's the sand place called? It's not Little Sahara. Right. I've never been to Little Sahara. Right. I have never gone through the museum, the the Murrah Center Museum.
The what?
Yeah.
The Murrah.
From the bombing. And
Memorial?
I've lived here. Yeah. I haven't been to
Murrah.
Murrah Center. That's where the
That's what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Murrah building.
Yeah.
But it's the memorial. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, the Murrah.
But I haven't been through it. I know I've had stories of it. I've been down there to the garden and I'm like, I live in Oklahoma City. There's just so many things that we can do.
I actually want to go. What's the name of the place where you can dig up crystals?
That's
Gloss. No, it's not Gloss Mountains.
No, it's in Oklahoma. It's like it's literally like 45 minutes from Enid.
Gloss Mountains is Oklahoma too.
What is it? Lost Mountains?
Gloss or Glass.
Gloss.
Yeah. Another diamond place is in Arkansas, right across the border.
This is like Salt Lake. No, Salt Plains. Is that what it? The Great Salt Plains.
Yeah, Salt Plains.
Yeah.
You can hunt out there and stuff. Yeah, I didn't know that's where it was.
Oh, I didn't know that. This place, like, you can go out with the kids can go out and dig up these like crystals that supposedly, I guess, like where lightning hits it or something. I have no idea. But we've wanted
Crystals, Salt Plains. Yeah.
But it looks like quartz crystal, like they're large.
Yeah, that's cool.
But we've thought about doing that.
There's stuff to do, right? There's stuff to do without having to.
What are the cool things to do in Oklahoma? How about that?
That's good. Yeah.
So have you done? We haven't really done the Wichita Mountains either. Have you done that?
I have. I want to because our little grandkids now are at a spot where you do the the safari down there where you drive through.
Arbuckle Wilderness?
Yeah. we haven't done Arbuckle Wilderness with them, and where the animals
Tiger
will
King's
come.
place, you did that?
Yeah, I haven't been there either.
It's not there anymore.
But where you can't feed them, they come to your window and stuff. Our kids would freak out with that. That'd be so
Yeah,
fun.
I would freak out with that. That's crazy. I've seen too many like videos where a lion comes up and like somehow
I don't
opens
think
the
they let
car
you
door,
feed them, yeah.
opens the car door, and you're like, oh my gosh, I would not know what to do. Man, so you asked me, do you take God on vacation with you? How do you do that other than?
You know, this world makes it a little bit easier because you can, if you're missed church, you can log in online for church
yeah.
on a Sunday. Making your time with God daily is just a choice. I think we've made it easy because we have packaged it. We're all doing it together, and we have a system whereby we're held accountable.
Yeah.
You know, one of our staff members went on a pretty busy vacation, and he posted up in our staff group, I'm not getting a journal every day, but I'm reading every day. You know, I'm still intentional. I'm still putting the effort in to making sure I get some of my time with God. You know, and just honoring God in your decision making. Especially as a younger individual, I think for me, a lot of vacation was about, I've got the free pass to do anything I want on vacation, and it's not.
Yeah, I don't think I ever felt like I had a free pass. Maybe a little bit. I think there was a season I don't currently drink at all. That's not. I tried to. This is weird as it sounds. I actually tried to get into it for a while.
Yeah.
Like I
thought I smelled something in your cup, but no.
No, you don't. Don't start that. He's lying, and I'm sorry that your pastor did that to you. So you know, there was a season where honestly, I had every friend of mine. It seemed like even in ministry would drink, and so I was like, I don't really like the taste of it. I'm going to try to do this, and I just never could get into it. But I did. But really, the times that I was like, let me see if I can actually like this. I never did it, you know.
In excess.
Well, no, around where I pastored, like my people would have freaked out. Like our people would freak out if they walked up to Applebee's and here you are down in some margaritas or whatever, right? Singing the song. I mean, they wouldn't.
I'll
they
tell
wouldn't
you a
go
funny
over
thing
well.
because you guys like our honesty. Most of my kids were in the serving industry at some point, and a regular laugh around our house was how many church people came in, ordered their drink, and my kids were serving, and
That's funny.
they not have tied it back to me.
I mean, I think, you know, and I think this goes down to we were talking earlier a little bit about like church hurt and things like that. I think that we have to be careful because as a church, as leadership, I know I can get myself into this is that like I want our people to go out and have fun. Mm-hmm. I want them to go out and make good decisions. And somehow I think church gets in its mindset that if the people aren't doing these exact things, then they're not making good decisions or they're
We got to look like me.
Right. And I think that's where we can, you know, you've been talking a lot in Romans specifically. You mentioned in your message about slowing down and the stronger helping the weaker, is that enjoying the summer and using it as a tool actually to help our people further themselves, not actually burden them to where now they are rebelling against the things that we stand for, the things that we're trying to say, this is what we want to uphold and do in our life.
Perfection is the enemy of pursuit, brother.
Right.
You make that burden too big, that goal too hard, people check out.
Yeah. No, I believe it. So, but with the vacations things, one of the things that I've been hearing people talk about lately, just how excited they are about the Freedom Celebration. And,
you know, you ran that survey, and the number of people who said their favorite thing that we do as a church outside of just regular weekly stuff is our Freedom Celebration.
If you don't know what he's talking, I sent a survey out to the guys that are in. So you guys have been signing up for the texting services, right, that we do with our women's ministry, men's ministry, and other things. And so I sent a survey out to the guys that have signed up for the men's ministry just to try to get, in the Army, it's called a command climate report. And so just trying to understand what are our people, where are they, and what are they thinking? And one of the things that came back, it was anonymous. I have no idea who said it, is what are you most excited about that our church does? And Freedom Celebration was like, honestly, by far the number one. The next thing was like Christmas Eve
Easter.
and stuff.
Yeah, Christmas, Easter.
But I'm excited because it excites me that our people are excited.
So we've been doing this for a long time. And the struggle with that is you think everybody's been doing it for a long time.
Right.
So what is the Freedom Celebration? Freedom Celebration is we buy a whole bunch of fireworks, big fireworks. We set them off. They're free. Grace Church across the street has gotten on board with us because you can see the fireworks. So they kind of surround themselves with fellowship time for their church. It's become a big community event. We encourage our people to come out. And
bring somebody with them. Bring somebody.
Yeah, this is a great first step for your unchurched friends to come out and have a blast. Eat a bunch of good food, meet some people, maybe play some cornhole. What else?
We
got
actually
that
had a tournament one year.
Yeah, and we got that new, what's that thing called? That looks like a tic-tac-toe board, but you play volleyball under it.
9 squares?
9 squares. Is that what it's called?
Square.
Yeah, and you get in it and you're hitting a volleyball around. We have a brand new one of those. They're going to set in concrete. So we got the sand volleyball courts and stuff. There'll be some stuff going on, some live music.
I was going to say live music. That's going to be neat.
And a lot of food. We encourage our people to tailgate. I think we're going to do pulled pork this year. I haven't ever smoked it up and brought it out here. And I may try something I've never tried before and enter it into our cook-off.
Oh gosh, automatic winner.
Yeah.
No, so I don't remember what did win last year. What were do you remember what the
Categories.
It was a dessert.
There was the dessert was, if I remember correctly, a lemon blueberry.
I remember that.
Ashley made.
Who's that? Ashley who?
Ashley Ryan's.
Ashley
Oh,
Ryan's made
I don't remember it. Ashley, can you bring it back just for me to taste test to see if I also think it's number one?
Was it the armadillo eggs? Did that win?
Rogers.
Roger Plove's armadillo
No, that wasn't
eggs?
called armadillo. It was called Texas
Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Okay.
Those won.
So if you can cook and it doesn't have to be smoked, if it's good,
If you think you can cook,
bring
then
it
find
and
out.
put it in the contest. And
Come find
we have
out.
some trophies made.
We do.
Yep.
I looked at them yesterday. We have a new kids category too.
Yeah, if your child wants to cook, category just for kids. So the big cooking contest, but everybody brings something and we bring it to share. We don't bring it just for ourselves. We bring it to share with our friends, our neighbors.
I speak for all of us when I say, if you let your cats run wild inside your house, clean up before you cook. Okay? I don't want to be eaten with cat hair. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know, brother.
I mean, I love that you have animals that you love that run
I got to
everywhere.
tell this story. First church I pastored, there was a lady there. She's passed away now. Her name was Fanny Williams. Fanny didn't have a tooth in her head, and we'd do potlucks, and Fanny would come out, and my wife would be helping set up, and before anybody came out, she'd take these two fingers, and she would go through each dish, and she'd get 2 fingers full, and she would bury those 2 fingers in her mouth.
No.
Come out clean, and go to the next dish and dip them in again. That ended my potluck time. After that, it was like I'd look at my wife and go, "Honey, what'd you make?" That's because that's what I'm eating.
You know, that's funny. That first of all, that grosses me out. But to this day, so like my grandparents go to a smaller church, and the thing that they do that I love is these potlucks. But every time I go with my grandma, she'll ask her friends what they brought because she knows that.
Yes, sir.
So that's the clean house that you can.
And when you've been there a long time as a pastor, when you're there a long time, your ladies that run it will understand that, and they'll go, "I got you a plate in the back. I got you a plate in the back." They're taking care of you because they know.
But hey, look, bring somebody with you July 3rd to the Freedom Celebration. It's going to be really good. It's an opportunity. How about this? For you to help your friends make connections and relationship with the people that you love, that you're part of here with our faith family. What a great opportunity to introduce your people to the church.
Take it a step further. You bring a guest, come find us and introduce us.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
I'd love
we'll
that.
have something for them that night.
Cool.
We will.
What's it going to be?
You know what it is.
Oh, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, you know what it is. I don't want to tell everybody because everybody be like, "Oh,
I've already spent all those. I
Yeah.
thought that was for me.
No. So yeah, we want to meet your friends. That's what it's about, connecting, and bring some food.
Yeah.
And about dark, we'll do probably the biggest fireworks show in Choctaw for sure.
For sure. It might be the biggest fireworks show I've ever seen just last year even.
Yeah, it was
big.
It is a lengthy, big show.
Yeah. So, hey, takeaways. What are the fun things to do in Oklahoma? We want to know that.
Estes Park.
Or how about within a 3-hour radius? Okay. Pastor
love
Rick
that.
wants to know about Estes Park. Look, I don't really care about that. Don't worry about it. And then what else did we say?
Bring somebody with you.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you do this? Tag somebody in this that you plan on bringing.
Well, actually, I think we're going to boost this so that our community is more aware of what's going on. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So they know. So if you're in the community, right, this is not just a church event. A couple of things. If you end up parking in the grass, try to park in an orderly manner so we can get more cars in. And carpool. Yes, carpool. Please put as many people as you can in your car because I'm going to guess that between Grace Church and our church, there's 2,500, 3,000 people trying to find a parking spot and get on the property.
If they're in our community, they don't even come to our church. They can, if they're like, hey, my food is better than your food, can they bring it and
put it in the contest?
Yeah,
this is community wide.
If you think it's really good, bring it and save me because I'm not a judge.
If you won a world championship with your barbecue, bring it.
Yes, we'd like to taste that. All right, hey, love you guys. Thanks so much for always tuning in, being so faithful. We love you guys.
See you next week.